The changing world we made. Oh, that's a way better title screen, I guess? Not title screen. Chapter screen than the others.
Oh, you're awake?
Oh,
You were lucky. You would surely have perished if I wasn't there to save you.
Why?
I changed my mind and decided to stay in this town a while longer. And while I'm here, I figured I should see this through to the very end.
Oh, good for you.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, you mean why I saved you? Because I'm the same as you. I'm disappointed with endings that waver between despair and hope. I wish a real war had started. If it did, I know a brilliant hope would have been born. That is why I allowed myself to be captured after all.
So you did it on purpose?
But you aren't finished yet, right? Nothing has really changed since you began. So, I need you to continue working hard, so that a splendid hope may be born. You have tasted the bitter despair of having your meticulous plan fall apart around you, so I know you can do it.
Really? Which side are you on?
Does it even matter? Anyway, why don't you be the successor for now? If that is your intention, I will lend you a hand. If my schedule allows it, of course. There is somewhere I need to be later.
Oh, yeah, Danganronpa 2.
What do you mean?
I shall raise you to be her copy. One even more realistic than the real one. Someone like me, who both hates and loves her more than anyone else. I should be able to make you more like her than even she herself was.
Fucking...
Gross.
Yeah, gross. Fucking Nagito. Come on, man. Oh.
Are they still at it with that successor or whatever?
You're talking too loud. They'll hear you.
They can hear all they fucking want. A bunch of chumps teaming up together makes them suck even more.
Well, when you think about it, the plan was flawed from the beginning. Trying to create a successor while the original still exists?
I know this was
What?
kinda my idea, but kids sure are stupid idiots.
Not just the kids. The adults are idiots too. Just by causing a little unrest, just pushing them a teeny bit, I had them spinning around in the palms of my hands.
Despite how you look, you sure are wicked inside. Even if the outside's white, the inside's pitch black. You a rice ball or something?
I may be wicked, but you are too. After all, we are.
No, not we. Maybe I, or maybe it's me.
Well, they're pretty much the same. White despair, black hope. In the end, neither one. But I guess that works too. I mean, I didn't really give a damn about this town from the beginning. The fact that those guys will take an interest in this place will yield a much more fruitful harvest. Hey, don't you think so? Personally, I think they did a pretty good job for a group of kids. Hey, don't you think so? Thanks to them, the preparations are nearly complete. Laying the foundations for the final match. It's so despairingly perfect. Hey, don't you... Oh, you're so forceful. What? Am I being too noisy for you? I see. I didn't know you still felt such emotions. Or perhaps you're forcing yourself to feel something in a situation like this. Well, not that it matters. Anyway, I leave the rest to you. Though I'm sure the next time I see you, you'll be someone else entirely. I hope you can at least have a little fun. I hope The future's going to be one you can't predict.
Well, sorry for kicking.
I was waiting to hear from you.
Oh, hey Makoto. Give me a second to digest that last 6 minutes. By the way, welcome back to the finale, should be, of Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls Blind. I mean, I don't imagine the epilogue's going to be that long. Danganronpa 1's wasn't that long. You know, I probably should have just done this, just all in one episode, eh? Ah, well. Anyway, that was certainly a cutscene. So, Junko apparently is a thing, somehow, that exists. Oh? Does that mean she's gonna play a part in Danganronpa 2? Oh. I mean, I suppose she should, right? She's like primary antagonist, you know? The effect of her should be still in Danganronpa 2. We've got long-haired man, I think, who I don't know. Also, god damn it, Shirakuma! I mean, you weren't even Shirakuma anyway, you were just Junko the whole time. But still. Oh, yeah, and fucking Nagito taking Monica. Oh well. Not much I can do about it now. Anyway, go on, Makoto.
I'm so relieved. I'm glad you're safe, Byakuya.
Hey! It's Bacula.
I suppose. Are you outside Toa City? You must be if this connection is secure, right?
Yeah. I used the secret passageway under the shrine.
Right, you're a big guy. Well, you're a tall guy. Did you really manage to fit under that tiny little thingy?
The captives are safe, thanks to the relative of that idiot we know so well.
Hey! Nice. Sorry, Hina. Ugh. Awkward.
I'll introduce you to her later. She's much more talented and useful than he is.
Sorry, hero.
What's your position? I'll send rescue right away.
Before you do, there's something you need to know.
Yeah.
Komaru Naegi and Toko Fukawa are not with me.
You know what? Wouldn't really be a satisfying ending if Toko didn't stay with Komaru, eh?
Not with you? Why?
I'll let her explain.
Her?
She asked that I send you this message. It might be garbled a bit, but it'll do.
Can you see me, Makoto?
Well, I'm sure he can.
You're surprised that I'm not leaving, right? Sorry for making you worry. There's a lot I want to say. But first, let me explain why I'm not there.
What an explanation I'm sure it's gonna be. Hey, dude. How you doing?
What are you saying? All this time, you were bawling about how you wanted to go home. Oh, come on! I was not bawling! Don't make things up! Jeez!
Wonderful, you two. I'm glad you're back to arguing. Whew! Couldn't be too friendly at the end of the game, eh?
Why? Why are you bringing up something like that? Do you feel responsible for their revenge? But that wasn't your fault. You can't feel bad about that, not even a little.
Well, I mean, she can.
No, that's not it. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. This is my decision. Then why are you doing this? Didn't you want to get out of this place and live a normal, peaceful life?
Well, I guess the time's gone for that, eh?
But now you want to stay here? That's like the complete opposite. You're right.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's not because you feel despair. No, of course not. I don't want to get slapped again. Then why? Even I'm not totally sure. But earlier, when I said how I want to save both,
Your own words really resonated with yourself?
all the scary feelings and hesitation I've felt were gone.
Sorry, Connor, you're looking a little unfocused there in the camera. Maybe partially because I kicked it out a second ago.
Even though the odds were against us, for some reason, I felt courage. I think it's because I was confident that that was what I needed to do. But what would happen if I leave this town with you and Byakuya? What would happen if Future Foundation came here to suppress the riot and uncover the secret? And then what would happen if the remnants of hope were to find this place?
Excuse me? The remnants of hope? Huh? Are we doing, like, the reverse of that thing in Danganronpa 1? Where, like, Makoto was ultimate despair in his profile? I don't know if I mentioned... I honestly can't remember if I ever brought this up, but I do know that, in Makoto's profile for the epilogue of the game, of Danganronpa 1, his talent isn't ultimate hope, it's ultimate despair. Which I assume was just a bit of a mistake, but if we're pulling this... Is that done on purpose?
It would turn into a war, just like Monica said. So you're saying you're going to be this town's hostage in place of Master?
Oh, I think she's going to be a little more active than a hostage.
Until now, I kept relying on you. And I never really got to make decisions on my own, but I was like that even before I met you. I used to give up all the time. But the decision to save everyone was one I made on my own. Of course, I'm scared. I'm worried. But despite that, I've made up my mind. I won't give up until the very end. I'll make sure I protect both. Idiot. You're awfully optimistic after all this.
Well, you know.
Seriously, what are you thinking? You're just like your brother sometimes. No. I think I got it from you.
Oh, I mean... Toko, you've given her a lot, I will say.
Me?
Yeah, you.
You were with me all this time. If I have changed, it's your influence, Toko.
Well, I mean, it's also been your various experiences here, but yeah. A little bit of personal growth with Toko, you know? Oh, come on, Toko, you know it's true.
For now, I'm going to be fine. This is much better than in prison life, regardless.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So don't worry about me. Go back with Byakuya. You two are the only ones who can persuade Future Foundation not to interfere here.
I mean, she's kinda right.
So please, don't be mad. What? Of course I'm mad. Jeez, why do I have to stay behind in a town like this?
Oh.
Oh, no, you misunderstood. I meant I'm the one who's gonna stay here. If you're going to stay, there's no way I can leave. I decided to be with you two, remember?
Oh.
Toko.
Oh, that's it's adorable.
Do you really think think some brother complex girl like you can be Master's substitute?
Maybe in fan fictions. But, I mean, hey, you said it yourself, Toko. They are both important to you. Maybe she doesn't need to be a substitute, you know? Why have one when you could have both?
In a hostage trade, you and I are barely enough for one, Master Byakuya.
Hey. Barely means that you are, though. So I don't know, Toko. Your estimations of at least someone's gone up quite a bit. Probably
So,
Toko.
I'll stay with you. That's
Wait, sorry,
the
not.
decision I made. No complaining.
Probably Komaru. I have a feeling she hasn't suddenly gained a lot of self-worth. But hey. A small step. Baby steps. Baby steps.
But you said you wanted to go home with Byakuya.
Well, plans change, you know.
I don't need your concern. Master and I are rock solid. Even if we're apart, our feelings towards each other will never change.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, Byakuya. I mean, it's not like it's been a while since I've heard him. For starters, it's only been like, what, 5 days? that it's taken me to beat this game. So, it's not really been that long since I last heard him. And, of course, I also heard him like a couple of minutes ago in that cutscene. But, yeah, it's good to hear you again, buddy. Well, buddy, quote unquote. Actually, I mean, it's more like meet him in person, because I've heard him literally every day when he... Well, I mean, quite early in the game, it's when he was jizzing onto my screen, but, I mean, now it's just when he's getting whipped at the end of the chapters.
It's true what you said. Even if we're apart, my feelings of disgust toward you will never change.
Oh, Byakuya, you better never change either.
Master?
Don't act surprised, Toko. That's the exact same way he's always treated you.
So the reason I've decided to stay isn't because someone forced me to.
It's because Byakuya's a bit of a dick. I don't know why I found that funny.
It's a choice
I'm
I
so...
made myself.
You know what? I'm just as lame as she is. Little Miss Boosh! Who's the boss?
But I know that I can't just expect things to change right away. Just because I'm staying.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're realistic.
I know that I can't become real hope. Like you.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Don't think I didn't catch it. Toko finally found her hope thanks to you. If you're hope for one person, well, you're already the hope, well, were the hope for the adults. I mean, again, you're not like Makoto, but you certainly are hope, Komaru. For someone.
So, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the day you guys defeat the remnants of despair. And come home safe.
Okay, now we're back to Remnants of Despair. See, that's got to have been done on purpose, right? Remnants of Hope? Because they also, you know, said the line.
But you don't have to rush or anything, okay? I'll wait until the day you come to pick me up. I have the gun Mr. Byakuya gave me. And I have my reliable friend Toko.
Yes, you do!
And about Mom and Dad,
Oh.
I didn't find anything. I went to
Yeah.
the torture room later, but it was empty.
Well, I mean, it doesn't prove really anything. There were definitely bodies in there. And I mean, to be fair, we did also see Monica go into that. Well, actually, she was in the doorway. I imagine she was not just speaking to nothing, you know? So, I mean, yeah, still doesn't mean that they are dead, I guess. So it's up in the air, I suppose.
The film that girl forced me to watch must have been recorded earlier. Or fake.
Definitely recorded earlier. I don't know about fake, but
That means
something.
there's a chance they're alive and well somewhere.
There's a chance. I don't know how good that chance is, but
Maybe
there is a
even somewhere
chance.
in this city. That's what I choose to believe.
Yeah, you might be hoping for a bit much there, Kamaru, but hey, there's always a chance.
Okay, sorry, this video is getting pretty long. I guess I should wrap it up.
Hey, I mean, you're talking to the wrong guy there, Kamaru. I have some pretty long videos. What, the one 2 parts ago, I guess it would be, was like nearly an hour and a half long.
The next time you
All
see
because you
me,
couldn't just break the controller.
I might be so grown up you don't even recognize me.
I don't know, Kamaru. You're pretty old. Pretty... Stop growing at a certain
Just like
point.
how surprised I was when I saw you.
Well, I highly doubt you're going to materialize a tuxedo out of nowhere. Well, it's not really a tux, is it? It's a suit. Whatever. What's the difference?
See you later, Makoto.
And there we go.
So that's the situation. I thought all your sister was good for was cowering in fear.
Jesus.
But there you have it.
Right, Byakuya.
Seriously? Well, she surprised me before.
Hey Makoto, you know what we have to do, right? We have to stop this idiotic war and return here to retrieve them.
Aww.
We wouldn't want to betray their expectations.
Yeah, you're right. I've made up my mind, Byakuya. If a situation like this ever happens again, no matter how dangerous the trap, I'm jumping right in, so I can end it properly, with my own 2 hands.
Very, what's the word? I don't know, very, it's not the word I'm looking for, but very mature of you, Makoto. You've grown up a bit there.
Hearing you say that reminds me of what you said back at the academy.
Huh?
Hope keeps going, huh?
Hope moves on. Is that what he said? Don't lose hope now. You know?
Fine. I'll partner with you for just a little while. At least until I've repaid the debt I owe to Toko and your sister.
Oh, Byakuya, you softened a little.
Yeah.
I guess you've changed too a little bit, eh? Oh. That's it. That's it. Oh my goodness. You know, this isn't quite as much of a jam as the last game's ending song, but yeah, I can get behind some. Well, actually, it's still pretty good. Anyway, that was Danganronpa Ultra Despair Goes Blind! I don't know if there is any bonus content in this game. If there is, I'll be doing that next week. I am pretty much 100% certain that this series is going to be a Monday to Friday deal. I still don't really know what I'm going to do with the other games. But this game's short and like really. This game sort of has gone with my usual style of, you know, like, well, most of them ended up being more like 40 minutes. But, you know, the 20 to half hour episode sort of length I usually do. Although, again, that really doesn't make any sense, does it? Because some of my more recent series are not usually that long. Fire Emblem! Yeah, but so next Monday, if there's any bonus content, it'll be that. Otherwise, for you guys, it'll be Danganronpa 2. For me, it'll be about 2 months. So, you know. Anyway, actually, on this game, I really enjoyed this. To be honest, I really enjoyed this game. I don't think it was as good as Danganronpa 1. but they're also very different games. Like, really different games. This one, I mean, this one was a little more gameplay focused, but at the end of the day, it is still very much a visual novel. And to be fair, the story elements in this game were really good. I've already said it, Toko and Komaru, their relationship and honestly their characters are best thing about this game. One of the best things I've seen from the series so far. And, as she's on screen right now, Monica is a fantastic villain. Monica, as much as I hate her, Monica is so good as a villain. Even way better than Junko. And I liked Junko quite a lot as the villain of Danganronpa 1. But oh, hello. Oh, this is a new. Sorry, Haiji. Sorry about that. Haiji was actually pretty good too, for a completely different reason. Oh! They live! Even Nagisa! I see you there, Jotaro! They're looking a bit really banged up. Oh, that... God damn it, Nagito. Look what you've done. Oh, man. Is she gonna come back, actually? Is she gonna come back later in the series? If she does, I am looking forward to that. But, anyway... Oh, hello.
Alright then.
Okay, before you continue, Komaru, I'll finish up the thoughts I was having then, and then I'll go into discussion, well, a little more discussion in a minute. The main characters that we had here, I thought were really good. Toko and Komaru, fantastic. Monica, fantastic. The other Warriors of Hope ranged a bit. Like, Masaru was, but I thought he was a quite good introduction to the fact that the Warriors of Hope are kind of sympathetic. Jotaro, I mean, you know I love Jotaro. But there wasn't too much to him. Kotoko! You know, I do really... Her and Nagisa. The last three, her, Nagisa, and Monica. Granted, for different reasons. But I did really like those two. Those three. Yeah, if you want to go for the whole list I just gave. Those three were really good. And Haiji too, actually, for like a completely different reason than like generally what I think of a good character. Honestly, in a way, he almost felt like a villain, which I guess in the end he sort of was, because he's like, from what I'm gathering, he's sort of like that twisted version of Hope. Not in the same way that Kameda seems to be. I'll get more of that soon. Well, relatively soon. But, yeah, he you know, like what we've seen at the end there, the final cutscene, well, not the final cutscene, but the final cutscene in the Excalibur, where he was, like, he wasn't dead-eyed, but that sort of thing. And that last little CG we got with him hanging his head while some adults around him were, like, destroying Monokumas. Like, broken man! Broken man! I kind of hope we get to see him again in the future, but I doubt it. But yeah, no, I actually really liked Haiji. He's not a good person, but I think that's what I might have, like, enjoyed about him. Like, they don't try to make him sympathetic. Like, him specifically. His cause is sympathetic. But he's, like, a figurehead for the adults in general. Because, of course, he's, like, the literal figurehead, as, like, the leader of the resistance. But he's sort of, like, a single character who can act as a collective, like, the collective of the adults. And which is already a really good idea and an interesting one too. But yeah, I think they did Haiji really well. He's not completely unsympathetic, but he's not sympathetic. He's not a great person, but he's not an awful, well, he teeters on awful person, but, you know. So yeah, I liked all the main characters here. And Shiro and Kurokuma, well, I think you know what I thought about Kurokuma. But I liked Shirokuma too. I'm not sure how I feel about him how he has ended up being Junko. Same with Kurokuma, but yeah. Yeah, those of the main characters, those two are definitely at the bottom there. But yeah, no, character-wise, I thought this game was really solid. With its story too. The story was pretty tight. I liked I mean, I say that a lot too, don't I? Toko and Komaru's relationship sort of was the story for a lot of this. And as I said, that was one of the best bits. So I think you know what I'm going to say about the story. I think we'll stop now, and I'll continue after this scene with a few final thoughts. Oh, hey. Right near where,
Hey, you aren't ready
the
yet?
bridge went down.
Don't shout so early in the morning. You're not really a morning person, are you? Are you secretly staying up late without me?
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks to your Jimmy legs and snoring, I can't get a good night's sleep.
Toko, just get out of her bed.
I am so not snoring. But it's true I might toss and turn while I'm asleep.
Komaru, I remember chapter 2. I've seen the CG. You definitely toss and turn. You definitely snore.
And it wasn't just snoring. You were talking in your sleep, saying, Makoto.
Oh, I'm sure she was.
Lies! Definitely lies. And if you want to get a good night's sleep, why don't you go sleep in your own bed?
Yeah, why are you in her bed, Toko?
We're in a hotel. There's plenty of other rooms. Don't be an idiot. What happens if a ghost shows up?
Oh my god. No, don't bring this up again. Oh my, no.
Oh, so you're into occult stuff now.
So are you.
Well, you really did get possessed, right? So, ghosts do exist, right?
Oh my god. I mean, I guess so, yeah.
Well, I guess that's just one more thing you're afraid of now.
You know what else? This game's been really funny. I've laughed a lot at this game.
It's all your fault.
These two are a great duo in so many ways. Multi-layered goodness.
Come on, let's go. If we don't keep a watchful eye, these people are gonna start fighting again. No time to slack off. Well, but you're the one who woke up late. Hey! I told you to wait! Aw, come on, Toki!
Hey, don't call her that. Is that how we're gonna end on that? That awful word is gonna be the last line. Ah! Finn. I see you there. I know who that is. Usami. I think that's her name, right? That's it. I think we're done. You can now read the spin-off novel Ultra Despair Hagakure. Well, ladies and gents, I think I know what we're going to be doing after for the bonus content. Well, hello. We're going to get a little bit about Hiro's mum. Now make use of the bonus mode where you can view CGs and listen to BGMs. Oh, cool. I was going to say, yeah, we don't have this. I just load up the game and we go right away. So, okay, that's cool. We do actually have one of these. It makes sense, but I didn't really think we'd get this at the end. By loading the cleared save data with the star, you can check them out. Thanks for playing. Cool. You gonna give me the... Yeah, okay. There we go. We'll end here. I'm pretty sure I did this in Danganronpa 1 too, right? Yeah, so I ended the final episode on this save screen. Which is kind of lame, to be honest. But that's how it is. Anyway, I did really like this game. I don't think it was as good as Danganronpa 1. I think maybe it's just the style of the game. The gameplay in here was fine. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. But it was a bit janky sometimes. I'm sure you've heard me say it a lot. I didn't really call attention to it as like a bad thing, because I don't think it's not really that big a deal. But I got caught on a lot of weird stuff, you know? The camera could sometimes... I mean, it wasn't necessarily a bad camera, but it was like aiming. The aiming camera could sometimes be a bit... The Monokuma enemies were a bit... sometimes. But on the whole, it wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as Danganronpa 1's gameplay. Like, that was tight. All the mini-games were quite tight as well. As I have gone through, quote unquote. As far as I'm aware, not very many people like Hangman's Gambit for some reason. 'Cause Hangman's Gambit was fine. At least in Danganronpa 1. I guess if they bring it back in Danganronpa 2, they might have changed it a bit, maybe. I don't see why they would. Danganronpa 1's was fine. But maybe they did, I don't know. That's a discussion for a different day, though. Danganronpa 2 coming soon to you guys, not for me. Is there anything else I want to say? Anything else I want to say? No, I don't think so. Music. I love the music in this. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, God, that's snappy. I really liked that. I tell you what else was a bit wobbly sometimes. Like, the actual 3D models. That was a bit Especially in that final cutscene we just had. Kamaru was a little bit stilted, I'm not gonna lie. But also, this will be the final thing. Voice acting in this game was so good. Even better than Danganronpa 1. And Danganronpa 1 was pretty good. There weren't any bad voices. Everyone, sounded good. I mean, sometimes it was, the odd line that was But, this game was so good. Kamaru's voice actress smashed out of the park. Toko and Genocide Jack's voice actresses. I mean, they did really well in Danganronpa 1. Did fantastic here. Haiji, Monica, all of the Warriors of Hope. So good. Shirakuma, Kurakuma, even Hiroko, for what little we got of her. All really good. I mean, some of the random NPCs were a bit funny. There was that guy, I think it's got to be after Kamaru's speech. There was that one random guy who came up to her, and I just burst out laughing because his voice was so silly. So the randos are a bit weird. But all the named characters were really good. So yeah. There are pros and cons to this one. Yeah, I think that overall, I think it did some things better than Danganronpa 1. Monica, for example. I think the smaller cast allowed for a lot... I don't think anyone in the main cast here fell through like they did in Danganronpa 1. You know, there were no Leons, no Hifumis. There weren't any of those in this game. Everyone was pretty good. I mean, we had some, almost pointless side characters with Yuta and Taichi. They really added nothing. Well, they didn't add nothing, but they added very little, in my opinion. I mean, they served, a narrative purpose, but, at least Yuta did. Taichi just sort of turned up and died 5 minutes later. Same with Yuta, really, but, at least in Chapter 1, it gave some urgency to the situation. Well, beyond what we already had. So yeah, enjoyed this game. Still, don't think it was overall as good as Danganronpa 1, but it did do some things better than Danganronpa 1. And yeah, with that, well, I guess we're not going to call the series, but we're going to call the main series. Next week, we'll be doing Ultra Despair Hagakure, apparently. And that'll be that. So I'll see you guys then. But if you're not interested in that, then I guess I'll see you in Danganronpa 2. I can't wait. And I hope you can't either. And I'll see you then. Or earlier. It depends, really. But anyway, at the end of the day, I'll see you in the next episode of something. Goodbye.